Hello everybody and welcome to our new Let's Play. This is Resident Evil Outbreak File 2, a game that I have been asked many times to do, and I'm only too happy to do this game. Much like File 1, I'm very new to this game. I've only started playing it recently, which is also why this game got delayed, because this game, as I'm sure many of you know, is hard. This game is really hard. It is much harder from what I've played, in my opinion, than the first game. It has some of the same problem. A lot of the difficulty comes from how incredibly stupid your AI companions are. Most of the time, when I've died in this game, which we're probably going to see in this LP, most of my deaths, I would say 70% of them, are because the AI just dicks around and doesn't listen to you. However, that does not stop this from being a great game. This is a fantastic game that definitely needs to be updated. Also, PS2 emulation. Yes, this is going to be the first test of proper PlayStation 2 emulation. Now, this is the first video in the series, obviously. We are going to use this as a sound test and just a general test, a proper stability test. So we're going to go single player. We're going to go new game. We do have save states as well, which is kind of interesting. So, welcome to Raccoon City, rookie. Learn the basic controls as you see if you have what it takes to survive the zombie-infested streets. Well, that's an inviting training ground, isn't it? So let's hit up the training. Who should we play as? I guess it really doesn't matter for the training, to be honest. But let's take Kevin out for a spin. We're not going to be playing as Kevin first time round, though. First scenario, we're most definitely going to be Alyssa. Actually, that's not a bad idea. 1 second, guys. And we're back. Sorry about that, guys. Let's hope that isn't the way this LP is going to move forwards. Right, so we are not going to be Alyssa in this training ground. We may as well be Kevin, just because it doesn't matter. And Kevin has a gun, so hopefully a few gunshots will probably be the loudest thing we're going to be hearing, apart from limbs being torn limb from limb. Yes. So that should give us a good sound signature. Now, yes, comments on the sound are very important. I have just switched back to using the Yeti. I have said before I've been having a lot of sound problems with the audio commentary. That does appear to be from, of all things, the headset. I assume. I don't know why. So I've gone back to the Yeti. The Yeti does have its downsides. Background noise being the biggest problem with it. But hopefully we can overcome those. Anywho, I guess it doesn't matter who we choose here. Now, we are going to do the training course just because why the hell not? I've kind of acclimatized to the controls a little bit. I think I've got them set up quite nicely. Hello, Kevin. Haven't seen you for a while, have we? Right, let's go for our little jog. There we go. Attention! Training. This training ground scenario is meant to help you grow accustomed to the game's control scheme. Your goal is to make it from this room to the roof. Finish the assignment that waits there to clear this scenario. Caution, the buttons displayed in this tutorial reflect the default control settings. Please be aware the changes you have made do not appear here. So lazy programming then. Gotcha. Files. Useful information gained during the game is stored in a file. Press the start button to open the status screen and the R1 or L1 button to get to the file. Oh, so excuse me. To get to file. Training. Then select a file to read. Once you have obtained a file, you may read it as many times as you wish. Yeah, but you cannot just read a file whenever you want, as we well know, because the game does indeed continue as we're going through the menu. Yeah, nothing more annoying than finding a file you really need to have a thumb through, only to find teeth in your neck as you're doing so. Training. Caution. This game... yeah, there we go. This game continues in the background whilst you're checking files or the status screen. Use caution when enemies are nearby or you're in a dangerous area. Yes. One thing I like about this game. Pick up 3 files and get to the door. Okay. Sorry about that. I had to sort the rabbit out. Right, yeah, so our first objective, back in the bar, is to find 3 files. The meager task that I'm sure we can handle. Right, there's a file on the floor. We read it here. Yes, playing manual controls. What? Playing manual controls version. Yeah, I think this game has a little touch of the old English, if you get my drift. Caution, the status screen. Yeah, we know this. We don't need to see too much of this. I remember how the game basically works. It is kind of similar to original games. Right, playing manual. Oh, knowledge version. Caution, blah blah blah. Enemies and partners will continue to move even while the screen is open. If attacked, you will be returned to the blah blah blah. Damage. Oh, every seasoned veteran of Resident Evil knows all this stuff. Poison, bleeding. Bleeding's kind of new, I guess. Virus gauge is certainly unique to this game, but we know how that works. Basically, the virus gauge is a time limit to finish the levels. If you get hit, the virus gauge goes up. If you fall over, if you get incapacitated, virus gauge goes up rapidly. Crawling 1. If you take enough damage, you'll be... Yep. New to this game, you can pick up stuff if you're crawling, as long as it's on the floor, which is really handy, actually. Maps, yep, map screen... Know all that. Herbs. Of course we know about herbs. Confirming partner status. Yes. Taking items from the dead. Saving. Now we'll be using save states to save the game. We will not be using save state abuse. Alright, I will stress that now. But we will be, instead of saving at a typewriter and all that rubbish, we'll just be pushing F1 when we're in a typewriter room. What else have we got here? Playing manual knowledge version. Number of times, yep. Okay, cool. Pretty basic stuff. There's another this is just going to tell us about the character. Kevin, full name. Kevin Ryman. Occupation, police officer. This menu, wow. Where the hell did that come from? I have no idea. This member of the RPD is blessed with both athleticism and incredible skill with a firearm. Not to mention a down-to-earth personality. Well, that's fantastic. He has a down-to-earth personality. Special features: physically strong and the fastest of the group. Kevin is best used in an aggressive fashion. He is easy to use and recommended for beginners. He is a fairly good character, and indeed, when I first started playing this game, he was my main character that I instantly jumped to. However, he was not a good choice. That's bad advice. Bad game. You kind of need Alyssa to start this game off, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on. Personal item, 45 auto for Kevin. His gun is very good. This powerful handgun is Kevin's personal favourite weapon. It can be reloaded with standard 45 rounds. Extra item. Yeah, all characters have an extra item in this game. I don't remember that in the first one, to be honest. This magazine can be used with a 45 auto for Kevin to increase reloading speed. Yeah, that's kind of handy. Not essential, but it's certainly handy. Now, all the characters off the top of my head, with the exception of one, Yoko, can only hold 4 items. That, for me, is where 95% of the challenge of this game comes from. Not necessarily the enemies are hard, which they kind of are. They are definitely no joke in this game. The main problem is you cannot carry any items. Special action, Kevin can kick. Yeah. Special action 2, critical shot. A couple of the characters actually can do this critical shot, which is really good. Elbow tackle. Push the X button whilst holding the R1 button with no weapon equipped. This tackle packs a big punch and sometimes knocks enemies down. Interesting. Yeah, every character can do a tackle, but Kevin's is more powerful. Right, anyway, let's get out of here. Task cleared. Attention! Opening doors 1. You'll encounter many locked doors on your journey. Yes, we will. To open one, simply find and use the appropriate key. When you examine a door, you will be given a hint about the required key. Be sure to search thoroughly for any keys you may need. Once you have a key, stand in front of a door and push the start button to call up the status screen. There is a highlight. Oh, there. Highlight a key and press X. Yep. Okay, it's fine. We know how doors work, god damn it. Kevin, how did you get here and not know how a door works? Jesus. Just let anybody into the RPD these days? There we go. Now we've passed door handling 101. It's almost as bad as being trained in how to use a stepladder. That's a real thing that really happened to me. Yep. Attention. New File 2 features. Resident Evil Outbreak File 2 is loaded with special moves and controls not found in the first game. Action aiming. Yeah, basically we can aim and move at the same time. Now it says if we're in this action aiming mode, the character will automatically aim at an enemy if an enemy comes into our view. That doesn't seem to work for me. I don't know what to tell you. It doesn't work for me. I have to basically quickly release the buttons, then push them again for the character to auto aim. Maybe I am doing it wrong. I don't know. Ground grab. You can now pick up items. You can now say you're sorry. I can't see that being useful apart from online. Ad lib. Yes, this is quite cool. If we push triangle, or in my case Y, your character will actually comment on what you're doing. He will comment on files and on the map. That is a really, really cool feature. Yeah, sounds pretty useful. Yes, it does. So, in the event that we do get lost or stuck, which hopefully won't happen because I'm going to be playing these levels ahead of time because, yeah, this game's not really user-friendly for a newcomer. AI partners are stupid. Yes, they are. Yeah, it's just telling us how to use AI partners. To be honest, they're one of my biggest criticisms of this game. They are painfully stupid. Shouldering up the injured, that's exactly the same as the first game, actually. No! I'm dying! No, you're not. Get on your feet. Are you just going to leave me here? No, of course we're not. We may do in the future, but not today. Attention! Getting letters from AI partners. You're able to order a blah 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 blah. Yeah, again, pretty similar. Order a PC to use their F8 spray. Alrighty. I wonder what he says. Gotta ask him to use the F8 spray. Okay. Alright, easy as this. Ask to use. Can't remember if that was in the first game, to be honest. I think it was. I think so. I know you could request items, but I can't remember if you could tell the character to use their items. I can't remember. Anyway, request an iron pipe from a PC and take it from them. Alrighty. Please, may I have that pipe?
Hey, you! Kevin, hey!
Thank you. If I could just there we go. Oh, we failed.
Hey!
Yes, we'll take the damn iron pipe. Request the iron pipe. Okay, give the iron pipe to a PC. Now we got to give it back. There you go. Now you can you can give, obviously, items to player characters, which caused a lot of problems for me in the first game, because from what I remember, you couldn't tell specific characters to take items. In this game, you can, but I don't know how. There's this ab-lib system where apparently you hold L1 and then use the stick, and you can call the characters like so. But apparently there's another button that you can push. Ah, like that.
Elisa, Cindy. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. You learn something new every day. Right, so we actually push L2, and we can actually call out characters. That would have been really, really useful in the first game. Anywho, let's keep pushing. Attention! Opening doors 2. There are instances in which you can open locked doors without a key. If you see the message, this lock looks fragile, try breaking down the door with attacks. Now, in the first scenario, we come across a lot of doors straight away that need a lockpick, but you can't break them down as well. Now, they seem to take an incredible amount of damage. I was kicking the crap out of them with Kevin for ages before I could even just break down one of these doors. In the end, I resorted to Kevin's gun, and it actually took all of his ammo to open doors. So I don't know if it's random or whether there's something a little bit more to it. But that did make me think, gee, breaking down these doors is pointless, and B, we really need Alyssa. Yeah. Yep, so try breaking down the door. Stronger weapons do the job faster. Yeah, a 45 breaks the door in quite a few shots, which I don't really understand, but hey ho, this game is hard. That door opened in one shot. They don't seem to open in one shot in the actual proper game. Right, anyway, let's keep this party bus moving. Come on, Kevin. Now, I like Kevin. He's pretty. I like what he's wearing. The RPD uniform is really cool. And it looks like he's got a little bit of armor as well. Oh, attention. Taking items from corpses. You're able to salvage items from dead or zombified bodies of fallen allies. Yeah, basically, as long as you're in the room, you can go into your menu and help yourself to all of their belongings, which is kind of interesting. You don't have to be near them, from what I can understand. Oh, a bandage. Sounds quite useful, actually. Attention! Reloading. Yeah, we know how to reload. You can get magazines and speed reloaders, that kind of thing. Limited use, to be honest. They're nice luxuries to have, for sure, but they do take up a very precious inventory slot. Handgun rounds. Will we take it? We will take the handgun round. The one handgun round. There we go. Now reloading. There we are. Task cleared. All tasks for this area cleared. Move on to the next room. Come on, Kevin. Let's go murder some zombies. Murder a zombie. Stairs between 3F and the rooftop. Yeah, apparently this game is a lot harder than the first game. Now, at this particular point... Ooh, that looked painful. Crawling, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we know about crawling. So I can't say. At this point, I've only completed about half of the first mission. I've only very recently started playing this game, like earlier today, actually. So, yeah, we've got to use a healing item to stand. Now, it's kind of interesting the way the game words this. It says, if you use a healing item whilst crouching, it won't be as effective. Basically, that is a huge understatement. Now, first aid spray, as any Resi veteran would know, will cure you 100%. So I thought, okay, maybe if you're down and out and you're bleeding and you use one of these, maybe it'll take you up to caution. No, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything at all. It just allows you to stand up. So that is brutal. To spend a F8 spray on just standing up. You then need to find another F8 sprays, which isn't exactly common, to actually be able to properly move again. There we go. Oh, Kevin, old buddy. Let's get out of here. On to the rooftops. And to freedom. Or so we're promised, anyway. Now you can see a whole arsenal of weapons on the floor. That's just telling us how to attack. We know how to attack. Yeah, we'll take a handgun magazine. Sure, why not? There's another F8 spray there. There's no interesting weapons there, unfortunately. I was hoping a shotgun or something, but no. Continue past this point, and you'll need to fight enemies. If you don't have a weapon equipped, equip one now. Well, we do. We have this majestic weapon here, which is... Let's use the 45. No reason in not using the 45. What is his 45? Looks like a 1911. Can't really tell from that picture. Anywho, destroy the enemy. Oh, Kevin. Boom. 1 round, 1 kill. Training complete. Enjoy the game. Oh, I hope so. I think this is going to be a very fun, very stressful LP. So what does that give us? To be continued. Indeed. Indeed. To be continued. Okay, guys. That is going to end this particular episode. When we come back, we're going to be going to Wild Things. We're obviously going to have the intro and all that kind of stuff in there. This is, like I said, this is just a test to make sure everything comes out okay. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you're looking forward to the LP, because I'm worried, because I know this game's hard, but I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks, guys. Till next time.